Yo, very welcome for those who are here for the first time. Let's, as usually, run a quick survey so I can see if we have new people in this room. Just bear with me for 1 second. So tell me, how are you today? How you feel? Okay, I'll launch poll now. So if you can select if this is your first, second, or third time, that will be great. It's really nice to see you all as well. Thank you very much. Okay. It's a bit noisy today. I'm at the office and we have some yoga class just behind my wall. So if you see some noises, I'm very sorry. Our office like very busy, lots of startups. So it's always like lots of noise everywhere. So you're feeling good. Very nice. Yeah, me too. Thank you so much. Very positive. I will share with you today very good news. So please stay till the end of the presentation. And also for those here who, like, if you're here for the first time, you will realize how big this project is, and what I'm going to tell you tonight, it's just going to be overwhelming for you. And also, if you have any questions, please keep them right at the end to the presentation so I can answer them once I finish. That will be good. Perfect. So thank you very much, answering. So we have new people. We have people who hear more than 3 times. Thank you very much for coming back again and again. I'm sure you learn every time something new. So do I. Every time there's something new to learn. All right, let's have a look. Can you see my screen? You can put plus if you can and minus if you can now. Thank you, Madi. You can. Perfect. Let's begin. So today we'll talk a lot about business, especially for new people. I will explain you, of course, what is the project about. But before that, just let me give you a brief introduction. My name is Mila Serdyakova. I am a business development director of a global Transnet UK, our office based here in London. And my job is to work in 2 directions. The first direction will be to help English-speaking communities and countries, to help them to lobby this project to the government, talk to the big investors, and also inspire and haste people. We want to make sure that we have a great community of the people who are involved in this project. So my job would be to run different presentations, and also to inspire people to take the action. And I would not even call it job. This is something I really love to do. And my background, as you can see, previously in marketing, business management, sales. So I always wanted to find a project, not just for money's sake, because there are lots of jobs, especially in London. Don't get me wrong, but there are lots of opportunities always there. My question always was to just not just be involved in any company, but be involved in a business which I can be really proud of. Being involved in a company where I can benefit to people, to give back to community. So it was never really just about money. Money as a result of what I do, of course, but money, they are never the first reason why I'm joining the company. Even though I can promise, if you stay till the end of the presentation, you will hear a great business opportunities. And today, I don't think that any other company can offer what we offer in here. So if you're on the same level, if you're looking for something big in your life, and if you want to be involved in a great project, and if you want to work with the great people, very welcome to our team. And please listen carefully, take some notes, and if you have any questions, please keep them at the end. So this is something briefly about myself. Who we are. Company I present called SkyWay Invest Group. We are educational investment portal, and our trademark is Rail SkyWay Technology, or SkyWay Technology. Our mission is to educate people about the importance of financial and investment education, to make sure that they're equipped with the right knowledge and strategies to invest wisely, and also, of course, create a profitable investment portfolio. So today we have this two fundamentals of our business. The first is academy, where we teach people about investment, and we also want to empower people to show them importance of the investment. And that's why we're running an investment webinar every Tuesday, when I talk with my colleagues and friends and partners a bit more detail about investment world. But also we have a second part of our business, which is SkyWay Technology. So today we are working as a partners with this company, and we represent them here in UK, and also within the English speaking community. We want to make sure that people are aware about this project existence, and also they participate in our investment programs, and they develop and grow with the company. So very briefly, this is about who we are and what we do. I love this slide. At the same time, it is very sad, because for most of the people, it is current reality when you wake up on Monday morning and think, oh my gosh, I need to go to work. I need to go to work and do sit in office for the next probably 10 hours or more, and do like different stuff which I not even like to do. And lots of the people, they cannot wait till Friday, because on Friday they finish the day and then have all weekend to do what they like to do. So I've been exactly this guy, not the guy, but girl. But I've been in this place where I woke up in the morning on Monday and I thought like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to work. And unfortunately, this is reality in our days. Probably 90% of the people, they have a job, or they work as self-employed, which also give them a lot of pressure. You need to go out, you need to seek the client, and you pretty much exchange your time for money. And if you are sick, or if you decide to go for holidays, then it is quite difficult, because if you don't work, then you don't get paid. So unfortunately, today, lots of people, they still run in this rat race, and they trade the time for money without even knowing that there is another world. And today we have all this communities and lots of people who try to enhance and show others that there are lots of opportunities in life, in the business world, which you can also take the part in. But people, they don't see. They really get used to go to work and do certain exercises, whatever the job is, and they just really get used to do it in so many years. And then what was difficult for me, for example, I live in London, so my family, some of them live in Russia, some of them live in Estonia. And for me, it was very difficult to understand that I have only 21 days of the holiday, so it's like only 3 weeks a year. So how am I supposed to visit my family in Estonia, my family in Russia, and then also have a time for my own holidays and just go there and explore the world? It is almost impossible. But this how the corporate world is put together. So you have a certain restrictions, you work certain hours, you have a certain hour, you have a lunch, we have certain days, the holidays, and etc. So they try to put you on a very strict kind of, and like a cell. You cannot get out, because then if you don't like your job, then you're more than welcome to leave and find something better. And if you do like and you do a great job, then it's your employee tend to give you more and more work to do. And there's a very good saying that for the first 3 months of your job, you overpaid, sorry, because you're new to the business. So company invests in your training. But after those 3 months, after you pass probation period, you work for someone else, and for the rest of your life, you're underpaid, because you experience, you know what to do, you know how to do. And instead of their just paying you more and more and more, what company tend to do first, give you lots of additional workload. They ask you to become a manager, they ask you to lead the company. At the same time, responsibility grows exponentially, but your pay raise not necessarily grows as fast as your responsibility. I heard from one of their speakers, I don't remember who was it, but I remember that they said what mean job, job, just over broke. And this is so true. I know so many people who got really great jobs, like great jobs in terms of they enjoy what they do, but they underpaid. Or I have another friends who hate their jobs and they paid well, but then they don't see the satisfaction. They are like this guy every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and probably Friday with a little bit of smile. So my role today is to show you guys that there are different opportunities, and one of the opportunity I want to present today is just it's great and awesome opportunity with you where you don't need to go to work every day. You can have very balanced lifestyle. And what I mean by balanced lifestyle, that's you can work from home, you can work from office, you can work from the beach. You can structure your time the way you like it. All what you need to have is a computer or internet. It could be even phone. You just need to have access to internet. And today the world, everything is goes to the way that people want to have more freedom. People doesn't want to have one boss. They don't want to have certain hours to work. People want to have a freedom to travel, freedom to work, freedom to enjoy the family. If I wake up in the morning and feel like I don't want to do anything today, then guess what, I'm not going to do anything today. At the same time, because I really enjoyed what I do, it's give me this energy, it gave me this vibe to do more. Even though I'm not paid for every single exercise I perform, but overall I can see what is my goal, and that's where I'm heading up to. So we try to change the people mindset from work for someone else to become a business. See yourself as a business entity. You are the business. You are everything for that business. And you decide how you bring money to your business, how you spend this money, who you're going to pay, how much you're going to pay, what you're going to do, how you're going to bring clients, how you're going to bring um, how you're going to bring sales to the business. But the very big difference, what we can offer in our company is support. You're not here to do everything yourself, but you are one business entity, and you can decide whatever you prefer, whatever the day you prefer to work, and whatever the lifestyle you prefer to have. And we're here just to assist you, work around what will be your preferences. And because we have a plenty of opportunities, there is definitely a room for everyone. So if you're really tired of being stuck in this rat race, if you're looking for different opportunities, and if you're looking for more freedom in your life, then you are at the right place at the right time. And I want to congratulate you for that. So let's have a look. What is this whole business about? Business represent call string technology SkyWay. On this slide, you can see Anatoly Dartovich-Nitsky. He is a general designer for this transport. He's very well-known engineer. He's from Belarus, and he's been working on this idea for almost 35 years. He wanted to create the transport, and he did create the transport, which ecologically friendly, safe, much more cost effective compared to traditional transport, which is railways, and also with the minimal land acquisition to save environment. We don't want to anymore build the roads. We don't want to anymore damage environment. We're all aware about what's going on with the current climate today. So Unitsky's vision was to create a transport which can change the landscape of technology today. Technology, I mean the transport technology today. And he successfully did this, and company he incorporated called SkyWay Technology. I will show you now a quickly video just to outline what are the advantages of this technology, and then I'll continue with a bit more explanation. I love this video. Every time I watch it again and again, it gives me like this, goosebumps. What you saw in this video is actually existing transport infrastructure, which today can be found in Belarus, the city called Marina Gorka. So if you're curious, we are organizing event probably May or June, beginning of the June more likely, where we would be able to bring people to Ecotechno Park, this piece of land you just showed. I just showed you in the video called Ecotechno Park. We have 35 hectares of land specifically given by government to us to build these 4 types of transport Uniski come up with, which is city transport, unibike, the one you just saw in the video, cargo transport, and high-speed transport. How we do and how we did all this, what is seen in video so far, is by crowdfunding. Probably most of you know what is crowdfunding. Can you please put plus if you know what means crowdfunding? You do. Okay, great. Can you hear me now? Can you please put plus if you can hear me properly? Cannot hear me. Okay, no audio. That's strange. All right, what about now? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Carol, Maddie. Thank you so much. I can always count on you guys. No doubt. Perfect. Thank you. So we use crowdfunding. What means crowdfunding is you need to have a perfect, great idea. But instead of going and approach big investors or banks, he decided to, what if I give people opportunity to become investors? And that's called crowdfunding, where people chipped in a different project. And instead of giving the project away for one big investor, he cut it to very little pieces and give it to people, which in return for us means that we have a really great opportunity and chance to be involved on such an amazing business, even though we are not professional investors, even though we might don't have like hundreds of thousands to invest, but even with our little money, we can have a lot in terms of the returns of this company. So that's what is crowdfunding, and we use equity-based crowdfunding. Just for you, if you don't know, equity-based crowdfunding means that you actually own piece of technology. So you're not just investing money in return of some gifts or in returns of some, I don't know, like debt crowdfunding, when you put your money for company debt, and then when they comes out of the debt, they're able to pay you off. So nothing like this. You here invest in particular technology. So when you invest using crowdfunding, using equity crowdfunding, you become an owner of a technology itself. So we use equity crowdfunding. Today we're in stage number 8. It is very exciting time because this year is key for us before we start implementing technology globally. As you can see on this slide, 2016 and 17, these 2 years, they were about demonstration and certification. So today we are January, right? So today we are in a stage where Unibike is up and running. With the next few weeks, we'll have Unibus up and running at Ecotechno Park. Probably by June, certification for these 2 types of transport will be done. And at the same time, Unitsky and his team, he got more than 200 engineers working for him. They'll start build cargo transport and then high-speed transport. High-speed transport will be the most expensive, so that's why we leave it right at the end. However, as soon as we certify Unibike and Unibus, this gives us the access to the global market, which means that we can sell the technology. And as you can see, after technology adoption, which is 2017, and the next 2018 and next 3 to 5 years, company go to IPO. And for all shareholders, IPO means that there is the time to exit company, which means that you can either sell your equity, which become shares, or you can also keep all portfolio for yourself and receive dividends on a quarterly basis. You as the shareholder, you decide what to do with your portfolio. You can sell some, you can keep all, or you can sell all, but also it is going to be not just for yourself as like one person. When you invest in a company, it has become like a family business, because all your portfolio, all your shares can be given or can be left with your family, with your children, with your grandchildren. As soon as the company exists, you're entitled to receive dividends. And in our case, we have a written contract with Mr. Unitsky that company would have to pay 20% out of the profit. Company have to pay for the dividends. Just to give you a bit of idea, some companies, for example, BMW, they haven't paid dividends for the past 2 years, because some company, what they do is they, of course, they receive a profit. Like BMW, it's extremely profitable business, but instead of the giving dividends back to shareholders, they reinvest this money in the business. So they claim as if they don't have a profit, they have not made profit for the year, because they reinvest the money. In our case, because we have a legal agreement with Unitsky, that 20% are locked for people. This 20% from the profit locked specifically for dividends. So regardless what he's going to do with the rest of the profit, he can reinvest, and I'm sure he surely will do this. But this 20% would be for people who invested in the company, which means that you have you given a guaranteed guaranteed dividends every quarter. Usually, company give dividends every quarter, and the bigger benefit for people who involved in the business today is that they are shareholders of entire technology. What does it mean is that when we build the roads in Italy, Australia, Russia, Kazakhstan, India, so you will be entitled to receive dividends from every single project globally, every single road globally. And so far we have a contract. If you put together all kilometers we have written on a contract, a letter of agreements, we have more than 100,000 kilometers, which means that this is the business for the next like 50 years and more. So company has really long plan, they understand where we're going, why we're doing this, and how much each stage cost. And also, if you want to know more, you can access business development plan in the back office, or also you can ask person who introduced you to this webinar to provide you with more detail about business development plan, so you can read carefully about each stage and how much money we need for each stage. This just to give you a bit of overview. That's we involved today in so many countries. We have a delegation from India, from Turkey, from Australia, from Ireland. You can see Belarus here. You can see Kazakhstan. Just let me. Kazakhstan. So all people you can see in this picture, they are very interested to buy technology. The only thing what holding people, not people, but government to buy it is certification. For us as investors, it means that as soon as transport is certified, as I mentioned before, we can sell it globally. And we already have more than 7 countries who are waiting for that to happen. So we have 6 months window of opportunity. At the same time, for new people, you are today invited to this webinar and invited to take the part in this meeting, because this opportunity would not last forever. As soon as Ecotechnopark is funded, as soon as we collect all funds to build all 4 roads, the one I mentioned, Unibike, Unibus, High Speed and Cargo, we not longer require crowdfunding for Ecotechnopark. We only do crowdfunding for local projects. So today you still have really visible opportunity to invest in the main company and benefit from that big time. That is pretty much very briefly about technology. And also I wanted to show you one more video. It's been recorded probably it was December. We had a very big delegation in Ecotechnopark. These countries and government officials and people, big investors who are already involved in the company. And I'm just going to show you this very quick video and sort of interview explanation, which can give you a bit more background what's happening today in Minsk.
Hey everyone, it's Mari from SkyWay Australia. I'm bringing this news from Belarus. I'm at the manufacturing plant, SkyWay. I'm actually standing in the unibus that can hold 14 people. It's huge inside. I cannot wait to see these operating. What we're looking at here is the chassis that is currently being put together for the unibus. This is the section of the track that's in the manufacturing plant at Belarus. This is where they'll take the chassis with the wheels on it and they'll test it before they actually fix the chassis to the rolling stock. It's 20 metres long and it's an example of what the track, one version of the track, will look like. We're here at the demonstration site of SkyWay and we're actually seeing the first vehicle and the motor and how it works, how it's attached to the structure. Aerodynamic, sleek, modern, it's amazing. And tough. So I am sitting in a vehicle that will travel 150 kilometers per hour.
How cool is that? I love this video. I had a few people who asked me very recently. One of our partners, he said like, "Oh, do you have any videos recorded on phone?" Then I'll ask him, "What do you mean? Why would you need video recorded on a phone? Like, who would request that?" And then I was so surprised what he answered. He said, "Well, you know, Mila, I have a few people who are very interested to invest, but they don't really. They think like it's all made up. They think like it's Photoshop." And I look at him, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you for real?" Like, I didn't know that people still thinking on that stage that it is not for real. So please share this video. It is actually, it is not Photoshop. People are sitting inside and use, as you can see, this video was taken from phone. So if you have anyone requested some additional proof, so please send this video, and otherwise invite the person who doubtful to attend conference together with us in this June, so he can see everything himself. Hopefully it's not going to be too late for him to invest, but then you did your best, right? If people don't believe, or they think that the world try to just foolish them, well, that is their view. It's nothing I can do with this. And if you ever came across people who don't believe, show them videos, show them all facts, because we do have lots of to share. And I was really shocked and surprised that we still have people like this who don't believe. So what's in it for you? I guess one of the main questions, especially when it comes to the public, when I talk to different people, of course, everyone is so excited about technology. Of course, people believe that it is the technology of the 21st century, because it is quite obvious, especially when you live in a big city. Myself, I live in London for the past 8 years. And as much as I love London, I really hate this traffic. I can be stuck in a train or in metro for like, who knows, like few hours, lots of constellations, lots of pollution, lots of noise. And today we have reached the stage where we already prepared the letter and petition to go to the government to take action. And I think it's so important for people also to understand that we cannot do this without public support. So public support for this project is so crucial. I can't even explain how badly we need to get people and public involved, not from just investment point of view, but investment point of view, we already today have big investors and lots of people believe that to this opportunity. So we have people who invest on a monthly basis, but we need public support for us to initiate the project. So just give you an idea, if for example, I'm going tomorrow to the Mayor of London, and I will be all excited about the project. The first question he'll ask me what people think. Would people use the transport? Do you really think that people would be happy to see the transport, 5 to 10 meters above the ground? And then if I had this, done my research, if I done my homework, and I have a bunch of like the database of the people who said yes, they would like to use it, they would want to be part of this project, then they cannot tell me that it is not relevant for this market, right? So public support is important, and we're also happy to offer more people if they help us to bring this business model together, and also if people can help us to grow the business, and explain everyone about the SkyWay technology. So what is there for you today is, first of all, you can come as an investor. So you can decide if you want to invest in a company and how much you want to invest. Every time when you log into the back office, you would be able to see what are the prices. Today we have different stages. We are very close, as I mentioned before, to move into stage number 9, which means that share price or the prices will go up, on some cases up to 40%. So it works in a way when people invest at the beginning. At the beginning, we had nothing, just a good idea. So it was very risky. Therefore, people who invest at the early stage, of course, they had bigger portfolios, bigger benefits. People who invest in later on stage, the prices go up because risks go down. So we need to talk to people and explain them that today we're in stage number 8, so we more than halfway through. With all what happening today in our countries, with all movements, and that is obvious for everyone that we need to have a better transport, we do have great chances to start building roads from next year onwards, as soon as certification is done, which means that we are not necessarily going to go from age and 9 to from stage 8 to stage 9 and 10 and etc. We can go from stage 9 to stage number 12 as soon as we have enough funds. So as soon as we do certification, we can jump over a few stages. Because what stage mean is there is certain money needs to be invested, and most importantly, certain job needs to be performed. So if you need to receive more money, means that he can hire more people, and job could be done in a shorter time. So there is a very big possibility that as soon as we certify Unibike, and even before, as soon as big investors invest the money, then we will jump over a few stages, which technically mean that for people today, they have this opportunity to invest. I don't know if this opportunity will last for 2 weeks or for months or 2 months. That's what we have today. So explain them very well, please. And for those who hear for the first time, if you invest today, let's say 1,000, the one is highlighted, you will receive portfolio of 150,000 shares, which means that when company goes to IPO, approximately 3 to 5 years, one share will be equal of $1, which means that you will own the portfolio of $150,000. And plus, when company build more and more kilometers in the future, then share price will go up and up and up. Same like with Facebook. When company went to IPO, share price was $25. Today, Facebook shares more than $100. Why? Because community grows, more people enjoy Facebook, more people join Facebook. There are other businesses involved in Facebook. That's why share price go up, because it become more valuable. This business has more assets. Same with the Skyway. So the more stations we build, the more roads we build, the more city we connect, the more job we do overall, the share price will go up and up and up. And because we are talking about transport here, transport infrastructure sector, according to McKinsey report, there is a gap in the market, $3.3 trillion. Imagine $1 trillion. How many zeros in trillion? A lot. So we have a huge potential here. For new people and for those who maybe, I know some of you just started very recently, we decided to promote this Happy New Way promotion till 31st of January, which gives you opportunity to lock some package for 5 months. Just to give you an idea, if you invest using Happy New Way package today, this one 200 USD a month for next 5 months, then you will end up paying same 1,000. but total your portfolio will be 218,000 and a half compared to 150,000. You see that this number indicates the difference between 2018 and a half and 150. So technically, these are shares given for free. You see what I mean? Can you please put classes if you understand this? Because I realize that some people, they're still not quite clear. So when you enroll for Happy New Way package, it is a monthly payment. You can do them either in one go. So if you enroll today, let's say you have 1,000 you want to invest, you can enroll today for this package and you can pay 2,000 all in one go. Or you can pay for first 3 months today, and then you'll see how it goes. Then you have entire 5 months to pay another 400. So you can either pay this amount of money today, which means that you will end up having 218,000 compared to this package where you would have only have 150,000. So please do tell this to new partners and people who involved in this business just now, because company give opportunity not just to have a better options, but also give you opportunity instead of you putting the lump sum today, you can divide the same sum of money for the next 5 months, which give you a lot less pressure to invest like today 1,000 if you don't have simply this money. The reason why we do this sort of promotion, it's again because company understand how important to get people involved. So we want to position ourselves as the people project, not the project, not government driven project, not like one big guy sees the value and he invested his money and now, well done, you seize the opportunity. We want to make sure that people are truly involved and people can benefit from that. And this is only reason why we do all of these webinars, we do business meetings, we run the conferences, so people can see the value of being involved in such business. Because there are no such business like SkyWay today which can offer ordinary people like us to be involved. There are companies, for example, who also run different types of crowdfunding, like a Hyperloop, for example. Probably you heard Elon Musk. He's not longer technically involved in Hyperloop. Now it's name of the brand Hyperloop. So you have like Hyperloop One, Hyperloop Innovations, and other brands. But idea also is to have speed transport in a vacuum. So do you think people like us can invest? Of course not. Unless you have a certain criteria, unless you have a certain earnings, unless you're a professional investor and you can give value to the company, then you can invest very welcome. But if you just ordinary person and you might have only few thousand to invest, then this good opportunities will not be there for you, or you would even never know about them. Same would happen with their companies like Apple, for example. Not so many people knew about this opportunity because they were not aware. So that's why here today we have really good opportunity. So I wish you just to see this through. And if you still would have any doubts, any concerns, do go back to the person who introduced you, or you can send message to myself, and I'm more than happy to provide you with all facts and figures, certificates, transparency. We are here just to show you guys that it is possible, and we want to get people involved. So I hope that's very clear on investment part of view. And also business part of view, that's actually the topic of today's webinar. So we have a great opportunity to involve people on the business side. You remember I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that as a business owner, you always had a choice. Either you go for debt funding or equity funding. Debt funding means that you go to bank and you ask them to provide you with loan. It's going to be big investors, so you ask them to give you the money as loan, and return when business is successful. And if business is successful, then you pay off whatever the money or your own plus some commission on top or some percentage interest on top. Or equity. Equity again, it could be different ways of equity funding. When you, for example, give 51% of the company, big investor, because if big investor come to you an offer, of course they want to control your company. They don't want to just invest their money and sit back and wait. They want to make sure that they control your company. That's why Unitsky, he doesn't want to go either way. And he decided, what if we go equity, but instead of giving everything to one person, I will get many, many, many people involved, so all of them can benefit from that. And actually, the idea of the crowdfunding, as like the concept of it, 2 years ago, was born in US with a Kickstarter, and we actually also incorporated company SkyWay Invest Group also approximately 2 years ago. So they all these ideas comes together. Before, lots of business owners, they really struggle to secure the finances for the business, because it's mean either I have to go to bank and ask for debt, or I'm looking for a big investor who would want to have half of them a business or even more. So very, very strict rules, and very difficult to find, like very, very difficult to find their opportunity where big investor would say, I don't want to be involved in your business, just take my money. Everyone wants to be in control, especially if they put their money. With the crowdfunding, because we're talking about lots of people, we're talking about crowd, we cannot control company, right? We don't have even enough money to buy at least 1% of the company. For those who don't know, company valuated of 400 billion. So we have 400 billion shares. So like we cannot even afford to buy 1% of the company. So no one talking here about controlling anything. So Unitsky, he owns 51% of company. So company belongs to him. And because he's so passionate about the transport, he's so passionate about this idea to bring this to people, and he was fighting for that idea for the past 35 years. So no one can tell him what to do and how to do. He is engineer himself, so he involved a lot in his office based in Minsk, obviously, Marvina Gorka next to it. He always there with his team. And we have a business financial arm, which is our company, SkyWay Invest Group. And what we do is we increase awareness about brand. We show people opportunity, and wherever the money raised, we send to Unitsky so he can continue building his sites. So this is a perfect match and mix where engineer left to do engineering work and business people left to do business work. And our CEO, SkyWay Invest Group, Andrei Havratov, he is a multi-millionaire, and he is investor himself, and he ran lots of businesses. He used to run more than 5 different businesses, traditional, non-traditional. So he got lots of experience in the business side. So when two geniuses meet together, they can create something wonderful and amazing. And that's why we're here, guys, today as a result of their hard work. So that's pretty much with regards to the crowdfunding. And we tweaked this little bit, the crowdfunding idea, and we added reward-based crowdfunding. We decided to test, and that's something we do now. At the beginning, it was, what if people who are excited, obviously, about the project, who can see the value of this project, what if they were given a chance to introduce this project to someone else and also receive a reward? People, of course, they were happy about it. It sounded like asking, what if you have like your favorite, I don't know, cup of tea, and what if, or iPhone, your phone, you enjoy iPhone. What if you go around and talk about how cool iPhone is, and we give you, every time you talk about it, we give you a bonus? How cool would that be? But unfortunately, it's not going to happen with iPhone, at least. But in SkyWay, it is happening today. So we use reward-based crowdfunding to show people opportunity and to reward them. And I want to now touch what will be our main unique selling points, just to outline how different we are compared to traditional business, and how different we are compared to any network or any online business today. First of all, you don't have to pay first for you to earn. There are lots of companies, especially companies involved in network marketing and etc. You have to earn. You need to buy first for you to sell, for you to distribute. Here, you don't have to buy anything. As soon as you support the project, and by supporting mean you fill up a referral link given by a partner, you leave your details, and as a gift you receive 30 shares plus 20, 50 shares as a gift, which automatically enrolls you in a system. You become a shareholder of technology. As soon as you've done it, and as soon as you want to do the business with the company, so you sign a cooperation agreement, it entitles you to, you will have a link in your back office which can give you opportunity to send to other people and enroll them to the project. And for every single person you attracted because you spend your time explain, or you send people to the webinar and then they come back to you with more questions, you will earn money. So how cool is that? You're passionate about product, you love what you do, and you also get the bonuses. We don't have any pyramidal structures, one person, one link, which means that, again, there are a few other companies who would give you certain terms and conditions that you need to first do buy a product, you need to put people on this leg, on right, on left leg, matrix, all these confusions. We don't do any of this. It's very simple, traditional kind of business system, as if you do sales. Like, I'm from sales background, for example, and when I sell packages to my client, company would pay me commission, right? Because I attracted this client, I did all calls, I did all meetings, and I closed my clients, so company will give me commission. So same here, one person, one link. You can only attract people in your business. However, if you have attracted a person who is under yourself, and this person also interested to be involved in the business side, and this person also attract a person, then you earn on your second level, you earn on your third level and fourth. This is called residual income. So you don't have to work with every single person in your structure. You just need to work with your first line when you explain people what is the project about, and only if people interested in the business, not for everyone, only those who see the value to be involved in the business side, you can help them and train them so they can also do different presentations and talk and go and talk about this opportunity with everyone. So you can earn the passive income from them. And we have a different levels where you earn level 1, 15%, 7%, 4%, 2%, and it's unlimited. We don't have any limits in terms of how deep is your structure can go. So we don't have any limits how many people you can invite in your first line, etc. You can invite as many people as possible. In fact, you can only invite in your first line. You don't have other links, you don't have other opportunities. Only if people under yourself decide that they want to involve in the business, only they can develop their first line, and etc. And also, what's important here to outline that, again, back to number 2, no pyramidal structure means that if you have a person under yourself, and this person involved in the business so much, so he or she done lots of jobs, lots of presentation, go around talk to the government, go around talk to big investor, so this person can overgrow you. So here, people do not judge by where you are in a system, you judge by what you do for company. So if because of your activities you generate lots of business, then you will earn more than people who introduced you in the first place. And this is very important, especially when you talk with the business people, especially when you talk to people who used to be involved in network marketing or online business. You need to explain this very clearly to them. So here we have equal opportunity for everyone, and only people who really work hard, they will receive lots of bonuses. I will explain you this now in a minute. Product proposition, we have unique product proposition. No one else do crowdfunding for transport infrastructure company. No one else. No one else combined together transport, equity crowdfunding, reward-based marketing, and all this mixed together as a nice wrapping, like a gift to people. We have really unique opportunity here today to be involved in a company with unique product proposition. And it is obvious, again, for everyone that we need to have a high-speed transport, we need to have a cargo transport, we need to have a better transport in our city. So it has become obvious for everyone. So it's not longer what if this transport will be there or not, it is longer when, who's next. Now we have lots of interest from different countries, so you need to have actually queue of the orders from different countries. You need to consider to see who would be priority number 1, number 2, number 3, because as you can appreciate, some project could be more profitable than others. So his job and like business division job is to find profitable projects. We don't want to just go around and build projects everywhere, because trust me, as soon as certification is done, everyone won't have a SkyWay in this city. Our job is to find profitable projects. So we have a really unique business proposition here and product proposition, but no one else do what we do. It's not like you another yet distributor of tablets in your city. You selling like yet another pack of coffee. You have here a really unique product and capture audience. Investment is such a broad topic. Anyone can become investor. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what country you live. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter if you a qualified investor or you just want to be involved in the company. So we don't have any restrictions. Even kids can become investors. The only difference compared to under 18 and 18 plus, that if you're under 18 or if you give equity as the gift to child, then he or she can withdraw this withdraw shares only after he or she turn 18, which makes amazing present to kid. Imagine if you have a kid or maybe a nephew or someone like 4 years or 3 years old. So by the time they turn 18, it's another 15 years. In 15 years, one share might cost like $100 and more. So imagine how cool would that be if when you turn 18, someone call you and say, oh, by the way, there's a big surprise from your daddy. You have a portfolio of shares which now cost a few hundred million, so which cost like few millions, few hundred thousands. So I would really appreciate that present from my parents. So not really no limit on audience, and anyone can become an investor, even kids, but the only restriction of withdrawing the shares only after only after he or she 18 plus. Then monthly income, multiply income streams. Again, in our company, because of all what I explained so far, we do have not just one income stream. We have different income streams which are accessible for everyone as soon as you're interested to do the business with us. First one is network. This is something I explain you when you have a different levels. I think I have a next slide just to give a brief overview what will be the percentages. So network, when you generate the profit through growing your network. So it is only for small investors, and small investor will be a person who invests from $100 up to 100,000. So whatever the person invests in this frames, we call it small investor. So every time person invests, you receive 15%. If it's 100,000, then it's become a big investor. So if you have today someone who invests 10,000, then you have on your bonus account 150,000, 1,500, 15% from entire investment. Plus, you receive percentage from total package. Again, let's say if person invests today 1,000, taking just usual package, in 1,000 he or she will get 150,000 shares. So you will earn 3% from shares, which give you 4,500 shares, just bonus on the top. So you have your monetary reward plus you have your shares, and within the time, shares will be more valuable than money itself, because in one go, again with the example of this 1,000, you receive 405,000 shares, which are in 3 to 5 years will be $4,500. Not bad, right? So this is second part, and actually this part will be only valid till stage number 9, I think. 8. This stage what we have now would be last stage where we give shares as a percentage. I'm not yet sure if this is a final decision or not, but there's something you need to keep looking at the moment, because because we do different promotions, we give a lot to people to be involved in this project so they can see also value. And even people that have lots of money to invest, they can at least earn some capital on whatever they invest so far today. So so far we've been constantly giving people shares also as a percentage, but I was told that probably from stage number 9 we might not have this option. And just to give you also an idea, when it was stage number 2, I think it was almost 20% or 15% of the shares given as a gift. So imagine people were for like 1,000, they had like million shares plus like few hundreds in the top. It was crazy. But at that time it was so risky. So today, guys, you still have this opportunity. And I promise you, if you wait for another few months, when we go to stage 9 or 10 or 11, and then you will explain this, oh, I had such a beautiful opportunity to be part of this company and actually also receive shares as the bonus, people will look at you like, oh my god, that was so cool, why you don't do this anymore? Well, because we ran out of them. So we don't want to give shares in return of we don't want to share them because they are too expensive. They are simply today very expensive to give. So please bear this in your mind and to tell this to all partners that today they have a great opportunity when they have all facts and figures to go around, talk about technology, attract the right people, even big investors, to learn from it. I jump few steps as well here. Third income stream is company representative, which means that if you open office, let's say in a country where we don't have a presence, where we don't have office, for example, in Africa, we don't have today office in Africa, many other countries where we don't have office, just to give you example, you also can benefit from an entire region. Or if you have office in Africa and let's say in Nigeria, for argument's sake. And if you're from Zambia, you can still have office there, and you can earn from your city. So we have regional offices and we have city offices as well, which means that if you become representative means that you're gonna do pretty much all business development role. Then you can also earn on the top from your network and investment. You can also earn on the entire revenue of your city or your region. Project initiation for people who want to involve in the project development. You also get a cut from the project, which means that if you help us to initiate the road in your city or other cities anywhere in the world, you're also entitled to have a certain percentage from project you initiate. And last one, percentage from big contracts. This is something I mentioned to you previously. Big investors will be people who invest 100,000 and more. So if because of your work you manage to bring person who want to investor who want to invest, let's say 1 or 2 or 15 millions, then you earn up to 5%, which gives you like a lot of money. And today you also receive shares. So whatever the amount of equity this person will accrue because of his investment, you will earn up to 2% shares as well. Not bad, right? Especially when you do math. So these are pretty much summary what you can potentially earn. Take the print screen of this slide if you want to know what are percentages. And I guess my question for you, what is your action? Are you ready? Are you with us? Are you excited, same as I am and my team? And if yes, then start acting and also involve other people. As I mentioned, in our business, people are everything. And without public support, for us, it's going to be quite difficult to initiate local projects. However, we do work with different officials from various countries. So as soon as we have few projects start building, start like construction will start, then we got lots of interest from various countries. But still, while we have opportunity, we would rather give it to ordinary people to invest and grow community. And this community will support the project. This community will use the project, like they can be sitting with their friends next time in Unibus and say, well, by the way, I invested in this company, so I pay for the tickets and I profit from that, and you pay for the tickets and I profit from that too. So it is a very cool place to be when you see all these multiple income streams. And when I talk about the business, of course, it's important to understand that you cannot anymore rely on just on job or have one income stream in life. It's very hard. What if you cannot work? What if they fire you? What if you're fed up of your job and you want to go to holiday for like 3 months somewhere in Thailand or I don't know, Asia, and just forget about work? So you need to always think about what are other income streams which can give me money, which can constantly give me enough money for me to reach my goals. And we can provide you with the streams. We have 5 different streams of money which anyone can generate. As soon as you do your homework, as soon as you learn about company, learn about product, and learn how to present and how to cover objections, you settled. We're here to help you, and we have teams almost everywhere. We have a great team in UK. We have a team in US. I'm very thankful for you guys to join us today. We have team in Italy, Czech Republic, in Romania. We have like people everywhere today, in even Thailand, Asia also. We have now big people, big investors from China. So we reached the point where this project is now too big, just to be a business. We are multi millionaire business today. We raised 22 million just using people money. This is a huge number, and we still not completed our target. We still will do more and more and more, because it's become obvious for everyone that you cannot live the life using the transport we have, but most importantly, you cannot live the life just relying on one income source, and especially if your income source come from your job you spend 65 hours a week or more, job you have a certain frames that you have to go for holiday for certain days, you have to only stay for lunch for 1 hour. It's over. These days are over. Today we're talking about freedom, and not just freedom from like financial, but also time freedom. You want to make sure that you are boss of your own life. You're not relying on anyone else. And while we have opportunity in SkyWay Invest Group, please do use it. I guess that's pretty much all from my side. Hope you heard my message. Just to give you a bit of overview on the current promotions, we run Star Marathon, which means that on the top of all these benefits, like monetary and shares benefits I mentioned to you previously, company give you a gift. So for every single person you introduce today, till 14th of February, you receive the stars. In back office, you can see different stars, and depending how many stars you got, you can exchange them for gifts. So this is like a little competition. We just want to see which region does better. So if you're new to this, please get involved, because we can exchange stars for very cool prizes, such as phone, different holiday packages, even a car or training courses. There are lots of different things. You can find out if you click on news. You would be able to see what are the gifts. Also, training. This will be only for people who are serious about business, people who want to receive all training about how to approach big investors and how to, most importantly, initiate local projects. The dates are to be confirmed. We're still looking if you're gonna bring enough English-speaking people, because so far this training is done in Russian language, and we have every time we have like 50 plus people, and we already done a few times. And myself and Armand, you might know him, we also been through this training. So it's very good, and this gives you understanding of the project and the company like inside out. What I explained you today in webinar, just top of iceberg. We have lots of like more information to learn, and you need to be more equipped if you are serious about like business side, not just investment side. So training to be confirmed. If you are interested, do let me know. We now want to see how many people would be interested to enroll from English speaking countries. Dates to be confirmed, and promo code, please write it down and take a print screen. This is our new promo code for till the end of the January. People receive additional 30 shares, I believe. Yeah, 30 shares when they use promo code. So they have 20 shares for verification as the gift, and another 30 shares if you use this promo code, which means that you give 50 shares just free of charge, just because person want to be involved and he or she want to support project. So there's no harm to get all your friends and family involved just for that promo code. So we have a community in your city, and we grow numbers. For us, numbers very important as well. As I mentioned, we do need people support, not necessary like monetary support. Monetary support, you decide if you want to invest or no. And I made my choice. So we also need people support as people who want to see this transport and people who would like to use this transport in the future. So that's all from my side for today. I hope you enjoyed. I surely did. Thank you very much for all your support. Do you have any questions? It seems like you don't have any questions. Well, great. Then I wish you a good night, or for some of you, a good day. And I see you next on Tuesday investment webinar. Thank you very much, guys. I wish you all the best. Bye bye now.